Bounce, bounce, bounce. Yeah. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Bounce, bounce, bounce. And a wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I can make it clap. Jiggle a little. I can make it clap. Jiggle a little. Bounce and wiggle. Bounce and bounce and wiggle. Bounce and wiggle. Bounce and bounce and wiggle. Bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Woo. Let's turn it up and get crunk into fun. Your body's and all your feet about to lift up. You're thinking you don't wanna move, and I'm like, what? Oh no. Let's see if I can change your mindset up. Yep, felt like everywhere I go, I just gotta move. And look at you, we're kinda loose, I like you wanna do too. Well, we can pop it like a trip, and we can pop it and drop it. Or we can jiggle and wiggle a fiddle and giggle a little. Woo. Act like your body is a mirage. Or you can act like it is only facade. Oh, yeah. Jiggling and wiggling and giving your all. The younger older, you can even be a big or small. I do not understand why would you not wanna move. Got me over here wondering who the fuck raised you? Bounce, bounce, bounce. Yeah. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Woo. Bounce, bounce, bounce. And a wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I can make it clap. Jiggle a little. I can make it clap. Jiggle a little. Woo. Bounce and wiggle. Bounce and bounce and wiggle. Bounce and wiggle. Bounce and bounce and wiggle. Bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Skip it a beat pop. Skip it a beat pop. Playing this jam like every day and let it take your mind away, because it's only with yourself you gotta look out for anyway. We bounce, bounce, bounce in a wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Bounce, bounce, bounce in a wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Only the weak experience shame, but what the fuck?